I just been in my studio doing some work and some looking at my journal and I guess scribing some things. Something that came to my mind recently, well, this morning especially, is that 2025 was so much of a letting go for me. Like, even people that I stopped talking to years ago, like, I had to process that in this year, and I'm still processing it. People that have that, and by the way, I'm not playing victim in any way, shape, or form, other than when I was a child. As an adult, whenever I was interacting with people and they did me wrong in a way, if I kept interacting with that person, then at that point that was like my choice. And so I'm fully taking, like I'm that's my truth. And so basically what I'm trying to say is that I've taken a look at all of my relationships that were heavy teachers for me, that were kind of negative or definitely negative. I'm talking like abuse, neglect, breadcrumbing, manipulation, traumatic sort of things that were manifested in people in my life. And now I've gotten to a point, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I have been able to process things enough that I've gotten to a point that whenever I think of those people, whenever like just like a random thought about a situation pops up and I'm driving or I'm showering or working out or doing the dishes or about to lay my head down in perfect peace, and then boom, this person from my past pops up or whatever. Before, I used to get angry or sad, depending on where I was in my grief of detaching from that relationship. But now, for the most part, I say a prayer for whoever it is that gets to run across that person. And I pray for that person and I say, hey, I hope it doesn't take you as long as it took me to see that they were manipulative or abusive or just came with like a lot of dark energy. And I pray for whoever comes across these people and I say, listen, even if you do have an interaction with this person, I pray that you see it sooner than I did, and that you take action to leave faster than I did, and that it takes you less time than it took me to heal from this situation, so that you can move on with your life. That's where I'm at right now. And it really is a powerful place. That's not saying that I've healed from it. Healing from everything does not exist, because life goes on every single day. So every single day there's a new lesson or something to add on to things. And then sometimes, like, I'm 43 years old. Sometimes there's things that happened, like when I was 12 or when I was 22 or when I was 38 that I completely forgot about or locked away in a chamber in a part of my mind, hoping that it would never resurface. And then I go somewhere and then I get triggered and boom, it resurfaces. So we're never going to completely heal from our past, but it's about awareness. And not only is it about awareness, it's then about intention. Okay, so you were triggered by a memory. Something triggered you emotionally. Now what? Now what? Are you just going to ignore it again, put it back in that Pandora's box, or what? What are you going to do? Healing is tricky, but I just came on here to say that eventually you get to a point where you make peace with it. I don't know why it got so dark, but eventually you get to a point where you make peace with it, and the peace with it is just that, well, I hope whoever deals with this person doesn't stay as long as I did. They see it sooner. Anyways, I'm doing a live tonight, Friday, the 5th of September, from 5 to 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you guys there. I love you. See you soon. Bye.